My name is Nicholas. I'm the director of product at Seed Club, and it's fantastic to have all of you here. So many familiar faces, and very exciting to be throwing an event for Farcon, which is an event I'm super excited about. Just before we get started, the way the event's going to work, there'll be a few remarks, introductory remarks at the beginning, just a couple minutes. Then we'll be doing 17 teams will be presenting their mini apps. They're going to be doing very short demos. Yeah, that's right. So I'll get into that in just a second, but we're also going to be live streaming this to X or Twitter. So please, if you could turn off your, we wanted to do Farcaster, but technical issue not our own is limiting our ability. So if you want to build a streaming app for Farcaster, if you can do it in the next 5 minutes, we'll do it. So before we get started, I just want to say a couple things. First of all, thank you for coming. And second of all, if you could please turn off your phone ringers because they'll get picked up on the stream and also, of course, be distracting in the room. So please silence your phones and please keep the discussion to, whispers or ideally not even whispering, just to keep the stream audio really nice. So appreciate that. I wanted to welcome you to the Farcaster Mini App Spotlight presented by Seed Club and Monad. In just a second, we'll hear a couple words from folks from Seed Club Ventures and Monad directly. But I'm really excited to throw this event because, there's hackathons, there's prizes, there's the summit, the Builders Day, etc. But I felt there wasn't really an opportunity to celebrate all the people who spend their time the rest of the year, the past several months, building mini apps, putting serious work into building these complicated experiences, and serious time, energy, heart, and soul. So today's event is really about focusing on showing rather than telling. And the goals of the event are to celebrate the people and the mini apps that they've created for Farcaster over the past several months, as well as to show people on Farcaster who haven't tried those mini apps what the experiences are directly, and best of all, to broadcast those demos to Twitter for all the people who've heard about the 37 users on Farcaster but haven't tried any of the mini apps themselves. This event really, one of the main goals is to show people what you can do on Farcaster. So really excited to have all these independent developers demonstrating their apps today. So thank you all for coming, both presenters and guests, viewers. So Farcaster mini apps to me are like the next generation of dApps. They solve a lot of problems that crypto applications are not able to resolve in a strict web browser, independent website experience. Things like identity of the users using it, their social posts that they're making on Farcaster, all of their verified wallets, and all of the activity on chain that those wallets have executed across various chains. You also get things like notifications, which are incredibly important, as any developer in the room knows, for re-engaging users and bringing them back into your experience. And finally, we have the wonderful experience of sharing a mini app directly into the feed, which is such a great way to bring new people into your experience. So mini apps are a very exciting development in application development on crypto rails overall. And that's one of the big things we're celebrating here with all these different apps that will be presenting. What's more, when you build a mini app, that experience can also be experienced on the web by people who don't have Farcaster. So you're not locking yourselves into anything. And I think that really speaks to a lot of the open, decentralized, permissionless, and composable values that many of us in the room brought us into the crypto space in the first place. So with that, I'm really excited to get into the talks. But before we do, I have Josh I'm going to bring up from Seed Club Ventures to say a couple words.
What's up? Yeah, thanks guys for coming. I'm going to keep this really quick so we can get to all these people hanging out in the booth back there. But yeah, I just wanted to say 3 quick things. So first, huge thanks to Monad for letting us use this space. It's awesome and has all the equipment we need. So made setup for this very easy. And thank you all for coming. Like, this is just a stacked group of faces. So this is great. Second thing, it really just feels like we're all in on a shared secret here with app native social networks, mini apps, ephemeral software, software as content, distribution for software, whatever your preferred framing is. So I really just urge you all to take this seriously and really think deeply about the implications of the future of this infinite software world we're moving towards, because I feel like there's just so much opportunity out there and the majority of people still don't see it. So I think we're going to see some hints at the future here, but there's just so much to go build. And third, yeah, we not only nerd out about this at Seed Club, but also actively invest in it. So if you just want to jam or want some money or want both, come find me. All right, toss to Shreyas.
Hey everyone, my name is Shreyas. I lead consumer at Monad. And yeah, first thanks for coming here. This space is for builders like you guys. Monad, for those who don't know, is a fully EVM compatible layer 1 blockchain. We aim to prioritize speed and decentralization. The idea is that we think there's a way to achieve high throughput and speed and low costs without compromising on decentralization. Some people describe Monad as if Solana and Ethereum had a baby, and so that's like one way to think about it. We focus a lot on the consumer side and really helping bring amazing consumer apps to Monad to leverage the technology that could get you to scale and at very low costs, but also with helping you get distribution and users. One of the big things we're doing right now is collaborating with Farcaster, and so Farcaster added Monad support to their wallet, and also many apps will be displayed on the Warpcast feed and get boosted distribution. And so this month, especially if you're a mini app that deploys on Monad, we have rewards going out, and we have a bunch of ways that we want to work with you to get users and distribution. So yeah, excited for everyone to present, and yeah, we can get started.
Awesome. Thank you, Shreyas. So yes, just before we get started, I really wanted to thank a few people who made this possible. Shreyas, Monad support, Sophie's also been here helping out in the office. Really, this event would not have come together with Peace Node, who is manning the live stream right now. So a round of applause for Peace Node. It's a very stressful thing to run a live stream and an IRL event. So fingers crossed everything goes well, and greatly appreciate all of his efforts, as well as the whole C Club team, Josh, Jess, Cheryl, Sterling, everyone who's been supportive. So to get this event started, I'm going to kick it off by demonstrating Crowdfund. So Crowdfund is a brand new experience, a brand new mini app from C Club. Let me pull it up. Just loading, all right. Okay, here we go. So Crowdfund is a new mini app we've launched at Seed Club with the tagline, Fund Good Ideas. We had this idea for this app because the affordances offered by Farcaster Mini Apps are really, when you have social accounts, social identity, and everybody on the social medium has a wallet, it's natural that these people will want to bring their money together and crowdfund for projects that they believe in. That's why we've given it the tagline, Fund Good Ideas. So here you can see in the feed the experience. There's a donation that they've made. So this is a classic way that people find out about crowdfunds on the mini app. You can see, I'll just take a second to show off what's going on here. We've got the title of the crowdfund, as well as the people who've donated the most, with data enriched from their Farcaster profiles, as well as the progress along the bottom here, and the creator at the bottom right. So if we jump into the mini app, you can see this is the Yes Yes's crowdfund for becoming a full-time data researcher, providing public goods about onboarding and retaining users on Farcaster. So Yes wants to go full-time doing this kind of work. So they've created this crowdfund. You can dive in and see some details, such as how much time is left in the crowdfund, description with all kinds of descriptive information I'll let you read at your leisure, the progress, and this activity feed of supporters who have made a donation. So we can go ahead and, I believe in this cause, so I'm going to donate $5. I'm going to say, go for it. Maybe that's, oops. An exclamation point makes it more convincing, perhaps. So we just tap in the approval, and then once that's through, send the transaction, and we'll be encouraged to share our donation onto Farcaster. As you saw, the supporters list at the bottom of the page shows everyone who's made a donation, and the text that accompanies them is pulled in from their casts, posted directly to Farcaster. So if you make a donation and share it, we go and grab that, the text that you shared it with, and pull that in to give more context to your post in the supporters list below. So I can go ahead and cast that out. And if you follow the C Club account today, everyone's going to be demoing on the C Club account, so you'll see all kinds of fun activity happening. So that'll populate in. I'll probably have to refresh the page to see it, but that's the experience of Crowdfund. And I'll show you one last thing before I go, which is the create experience. So of course you can see here all the most popular crowdfunds on the app, which I encourage you to check out. There's been a number of cool ones in a number of different categories: open source, public goods, people, on-chain creators from around the world, US, Nigeria, Argentina, all raising money to do their creative activities and get support to buy equipment, etc. a lot of cool things happening on the platform, and I think much more that can be done to support public goods, both IRL and on-chain online in the Farcaster ecosystem. So thank you for checking out Crowdfund. Before I turn it to the next presenter, I just wanted to thank Layer Zero, who's also a supporter of this event. So don't forget. Thank you, Layer Zero. Okay, so let's flip to the first presenter after me. It's Matthew Chaim with Acid Test.
Thank you, Nicholas. And thank you everyone who helped put this together, and thank you all for being here. My name is Matthew Chaim. I go by chaim.eth on where am I over here? I'm in the crowdfund. Here we go. I go by chaim.eth on Farcaster, and I'm building Acid Test. So Acid Test is a radio show for Farcaster. It's a radio show bringing music, conversation, and creative energy to Farcaster. I'm a musician, and I like building community-oriented things, and I see a community really bubbling up here that wants to engage in creative things, engage in conversation with each other, engage in art together, and also engage in an economy together. And so built Acid Test for this very reason. So every Friday we're putting out an episode. We are, let's add it to the Seed Club collection. As you can see here, we're 2 episodes deep so far. These are the first 2 episodes. The latest one just came out on Friday, featuring Ted, who I think is in the room. Shout out Ted, not Lasso. So yeah, it's basically like a 30-minute episode. There's music interspersed with conversation. Maybe we could hear it. I don't know. We can't. And you could basically mint the episode. It's an NFT collectible it's an open edition collectible for 7 days. So maybe we'll just do that right here. We're going to buy 5, so we show up in the list. Should buy 50 though. Okay, we'll buy 6. And you could check out with USDC or ETH. Shout out Builders Garden, by the way, creators of Farville, who also helped me build this app. They did all the dev work. Let's give a round of applause to them. We'll be hearing from them later. And yeah, basically you could just mint this to support the show, and then also all the artists and creators who are featured in it. So this ETH just went into a split, which pays out automatically to all the musicians who are featured, their songs in the episode, as well as the guest, in this case, Ted. You just got some ETH, shout out. And then you could share the episode, boom. So that's basically it. And yeah, really the broader idea with Acid Test is to build a brand, a Farcaster native brand, an on-chain native brand. It starts as a radio show. I think it could become a whole lot more, and I want everyone to be a part of it. So we're actually going to do that right now. You're all going to be on episode 3, which is going to be a Farcon recap next Friday. So we're going to record that right now. So here we are. So here we are. We're at the Farcon Mini App Spotlight presented by Seed Club Monad and Layer Zero. Can y'all 3, 2, 1 give me a hello? 3, 2, 1. And then in grand unison with one word, can you say the energy that you're feeling at Farcon this weekend? 3, 2, 1. I was going to try and make out one word, but I didn't hear anything. So we'll have to play that back. So you're all a part of this episode. I don't think I'll be able to include all of you on the split. That would be pretty cool. Someone needs to build the tech for that. If someone can do that, we'll add you all. That would be really cool. But anyways, you're all a part of it spiritually now. So thank you very much. And that's Acid Test.
Thanks, Chaim. All right, next up, we've got Jeff from Amps.
Hey everyone, I'm Jeff. Yeah, I'm co-building Amps with Phil. And if you don't know about Amps, Amps is a crypto native, social ad network. And so basically we use the power of your existing network to boost content. And so maybe you're a content creator or you're somebody launching a project, you want to leverage your existing network, or you want to boost somebody else's content. And we take in your existing network and we do direct payments out to the people that boost your content. So just going to jump into the demo here. Let's see. All right, here we are in Amps. And we'll add this one too, I think. That sounds pretty good. Okay, so right as we jump in here, you see a feed of casts that you've casted recently. Just to get started in the flow where we can be an earner in the network, we're just going to start earning here. And I'm just gonna speed run through this, but I'll explain as we go. I'm gonna hit start earning. And so under the hood here, we're creating a signing key that gives amps the ability to post on your behalf. And so there's essentially two sides to this market. We have spenders and earners. And spenders are gonna be somebody who, like I said, wants to boost a project. Earners are gonna be people who are paid to do that boosting. And so to be an earner, you just need to register the signing key. And this is coming through here. Let's see. All right, it's moving slow, so I'm just going to abort that. Let's just show as a spending flow here. So let's see. We just minted 6 editions of Ted and Friends by Acid Test. That was pretty sweet. We have 2 options here. We could boost with likes or with recast. So we're going to do some recasts. We're doing a quick screening here just to make sure we're not hitting any heinous content. You know, just to protect people that are the earners in the network that are going to be boosting this. We'll connect the wallet. And we're just pulling in your follower list. So to sort of like protect the earner side of the market, we make sure that you're only boosting content from your own people that you follow. And then additionally, like I said, we screen the cast content to make sure nothing is crazy. And this is not pulling in. Nice. Not sure why that's happening, but I would encourage everybody to just,
Maybe if you guys are on the Wi-Fi, please turn off your Wi-Fi. Just
let's see here. Let me try that one more time here. Cool. And what do you know? That's weird. We have Phil at the top of the list here. Let's select Phil because I want him to recast this here. You can see we have this little toggle here. We can bundle a like action with this recast. I think for now we'll just do the recast. So we'll just approve. And we'll just make sure we just approve for this transaction. We don't want to spend all that USDC at once. Let's see here. Okay, cool. That approval went through, and we're going to hit the purchase. And if you haven't seen, Phil has a low price for recast right now. So, you know, just run that up. People have been really abusing it, for better or worse. All right, there we go. So Phil just recasted that on behalf of Seed Club. That was pretty sweet. Payment went directly to him. And you know what? I think I actually will add likes onto this. So likes are purchased in bundles. Every like costs 50 cents, as opposed to the recast page, which, you know, people recasting have the ability to set their own price for those recasts. So we'll just hit a bundle of 5 likes here. Approve this again. And we'll hit that purchase. A lot of modals. All right, and that's running through, and that is now splitting the payment between the people that were selected to like that post there. Nice. And then let's just check in our notifications here. We should be blowing up by now. And we have all those people that just like the cast. We have the recast from Phil right here. He's a soldier. Thank you. And then all those likes that just got added to that post. And then just pulling this back up real quick. You can see on this profile tab, we get the history. Phil already captured me there for the content. Thank you. Appreciate that. And it looks like actually since we registered our signer earlier, Phil just paid the Seed Club account $3 to recast him just blasting me on the internet right there. So that was cool. And you can see we have the 350 earned lifetime. So that implies that Phil paid for a recast and a like here. We have some settings up in the top where we are able to set our recast price, maybe restrict certain people if we don't want them to use us, and then change our wallet here. So yeah, that's amps.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Great. All right. Next up, we've got Jack from Clanker. And just before, we've posted the live stream of this event on X and on Warpcast. So I encourage you to pull out your phone and retweet and recast. Jack, here you go.
Thanks, Nicholas. Yeah, hey everyone. I'm Jack Dishman at Dish on Farcaster, and I built Clanker. So Clanker is basically the easiest way to deploy a token. We started in feed. We also built out a mini app here. Anyone got a name that they want to throw out? I heard popcorn. What about a symbol? Whoops. Popcorn. Symbol. Come on. All right. Okay,
Corn,
cool.
corn.
Anyways, yeah. So basically, yeah. We have configurable starting market caps as well. So kind of playing into what your projected volume will be, or kind of the price discovery with that. I'm just gonna keep it at 5/8 here, and you're able to upload a photo. Everyone cool if I like take a selfie or like? I think it was just you guys, but oh, cool, thanks. Anyways, all right. So you got that, and then you can do an optional creator buy. I will save this account and not do a creator buy. You can also vault a portion of the supply, up to 30%. This can be potentially used for a team allocation, investors, kind of just up to you. Oh, closer. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then the unlock date, we set it to 30+ days out from the token launch. So I'll just do 90 days here. And through the mini app, actually, this is better here. So we can set up like a description for our token. So I'll just do seed club demo official. All right.
Great.
Official. You can fill in like the social links, all this if we have it. And yeah, so basically you just go here, on-chain transaction, and actually what's going on behind the scenes as well is it's setting up an EAS attestation to be visible in the Coinbase wallet as well. And then we can go and trade the Clanker here. Might get some volume here, but anyways, yeah, so post-launch is something that we're actively looking into, providing more admin functionality. Some of the options right now are definitely claiming creator rewards. Look, we got a decent amount of ETH. Shout out whoever's coming next. You can use that. You can update where the rewards are sent. You can also update the token admin. Maybe you want to send this to a multi-sig. And then you can also claim the vaulted tokens here after the date of unlock here. Token verification here. This is since we went permissionless, so now anyone can call into the Clanker token factory v3.1. And yeah, basically it's permissionless now. So as well as like, let's say, official for real. But yeah, basically, trying to provide all of these different types of administration methods for deploying a token. We emphasize the social aspect too, as well as the safety of these token launches. So yeah, also you can update the token image. I like to think of tokens as kind of like an artist canvas, and it's just up to our creativity to build what we want. But yeah, anyways, thanks for having us. And that's Clanker.
Awesome. Jack, thanks so much. Good job. Oh, yeah. All right, next up, it's going to be Tim from Bracky. And just before, yeah, there's a little bit of technical difficulty we're having with OBS, not cycling to the different QR codes. So it's not a big ad for Crowdfund, but instead some OBS challenges. So if any of you has an idea for an improvement on OBS, let us know. But we'll be sharing links out to everybody, and obviously check them out while you have your phones. Tim.
Thank you, man. Hey guys, Nicholas, you have full permission to yell at me and kick me off. You're so polite that you won't do it, but I speak long, so just kick me off when you need to.
Okay.
Hey guys, TLDR on Farcaster and with maxp.eth out here and passifume.eth, we're building Bracket and Bracky. Last time I was at Monad a couple nights ago, we described everything as a baby, just like they did with Ethereum and Solana. And so you could think of Bracky as the baby of DraftKings and Grok. And this group could actually think about it more accurately because you know the references. It's more accurately a baby of DraftKings and Clanker. So as you will see here, I'll just show you how it works. So Bracky is an AI agent who you can bet against about sports in the feed. You can also bet with him. He spins up a prediction market that we manage, and everything can happen from the feed. So we've been doing this for NFL, NBA, major sports, but the one I'm going to show you about right now is actually for something we're running tonight, which is a beer pong tournament at 9 p.m. If anybody wants to come, just let me know. And Bracky is managing a market about that beer pong tournament. So here you can see that I said Bracky, onboard seed club with some Bracky. All of the bets are made in Bracky token, and teach them how to bet on their fathers. So Bracky says, here you go, here's the access. He tells you a little bit about the market. And so I can just say spend, sorry, we're going one thumb, spend half on them. Cool. So while we wait for the reply, I'll tell you a little bit more about how it's working. We have Privy server wallets. So this is all being actually we're spending your money on your behalf in the feed as long as you have some Bracky in your wallet. And again, it's booking to your prediction market. A cool thing is that unlike bets where you just have to kind of wait until it resolves, you can not only buy at any time, but you can sell at any time up until the event resolves. So let's see. Just do a little refreshing. Here we go. A significant position in team at Jess and at Josh Cornelius has been secured. 7,867 shares acquired at an average price of $31.78. Each winning share pays 1,000 Bracky at resolution. Your potential return exceeds 7.8 million. So I won't go through all of it, but you can actually talk to Bracky. He will educate you about the market. He's been trained on like what I know about the players. And he's also remembering conversations that he has with the players. So just @mention Bracky. If you're having any trouble with it, @mention TLDR. I'll help you all onboard, and DC me if you want to come to watch this market unfold tonight.
Awesome, Tim. Thanks so much. Great job. All right, next up we've got Zem. Zem, welcome.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Zem from Coordinape. We are a team that's been building stuff in the DAO space and in social reputation, and we had the opportunity and the fortuitous kind of direction to collaborate with a team called The Creators and the base team to try to build something that can use social reputation to bring more creators on chain and give them a place to hang out and be discovered. So I'm going to show you the base creators directory. Assuming I can figure out where it is. Upper right? Search top right. Okay. I'll just go to my feed because I think that's the safest place. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Okay, got it. Just search creators. Thanks. Sorry. I'm a novice at mini apps in many ways. Okay, there it is. Okay, so the creators directory essentially is a way that creators can be verified using on-chain credentials to join a list, which uses both those credentials, that gating mechanism, and then also on-chain reputation through the Coordinape protocol to help them be discovered and kind of presented contextually in the mini app. So here you can see the creators directory. There's like 100 people in here so far since we launched a couple weeks ago. And what it does is when you try to join the app as a creator, It asks whether or not you have a base name, which is one of the kind of things that you need to become a base creator, and also asks if you've made any NFTs on base. And assuming that you have, then you can join, and it will pull in all your NFTs and give you a sort of like more visible profile within the Farcaster ecosystem. So as an example here, we have a base creator who you can see all the NFTs that they've created on base over the course of their base creating career. And it's, it's fairly comprehensive. It misses some stuff, but we're using Zapper APIs and OpenSea APIs, and we want to expand and catch more things. So, potentially Clanker is coming soon, Zora coins, etc., as we kind of enrich this app. The other thing that you can do here is you can search using on-chain attestations through the Coordinape protocol. So basically, Coordinape allows you to attest to other people's skills, interests, meme affiliations, etc. over time, and caches that on EAS. So we've got 62,000 attestations on base at the moment, which I think is like the fourth largest attestation schema on base. And by doing that, you can kind of see all these different groups and affiliations and skills and things like that that creators either use to make their craft or they affiliate themselves with as a meme community. So this is like a list of the Bones community, which is essentially mostly people that have a based ghouls NFT or fans of the based ghouls or friends of the based ghouls, etc. And you can see all the creators that are sort of within that subgenre based on mutual attestations and peer-to-peer recognition. So that's where it's at right now, but we really want to bring it a lot further. So our plan is to kind of integrate more types of creations into the directory, and also to make the directory really useful for the creators so they can not only be discovered, but they can be supported. So we're hoping that you'll be able to eventually flow rewards to the app. You'll be able to discover profiles within it and send potentially either tips or sort of incentivization campaigns to subgenres of creators like digital artists or painters or whatever it is that you might want to sort of give your gifts to. And we're also really excited that this is not just an app, but really a community. So I want to thank Ryan and the creators community because they've been doing a great job at kind of gathering people together and really activating this very important strategic kind of like persona that I think that we all know is really important to growing the amount of activity and engagement that we get on Base and other networks on chain. So yeah, so check it out. Join if you're a creator, find a creator, and yeah, thanks very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim.
Great job.
All right, next up, we've got Darmy from Cura, the new channels-focused mini app. Is everyone having fun? Okay. There you go. Just make sure to talk into it.
Thanks, Nicholas. Just a little background. My name is Darmy Sahil. The rest of the Open Rank team are building Cura. It's a channel-first client, and honestly, we truly believe like we want to help grow Farcaster, and the way to do it is with communities. So almost think of it like a Reddit and Farcaster having a baby. Thanks, Tim, for the analogy. But yeah, I think what I would like to show is some of the moderator tools that we have built in Cura, and channels like Nicholas's AI channel and them already using it. So I'm just going to head to the AI channel. And how it works is, under the hood, Cura uses OpenRank to do a bunch of recommendations, rankings. So if I can see here, AI channel is a private channel. So the only way to be a member is I have to DM Nicholas, or I have to meet some auto-invite criteria. It simplifies this process using the channel mini app. In this case, it opens, and since I'm already following, I can just request membership. And if I do meet any of the auto-invite criteria, I automatically get an invite. So that's one of the first things. And shout out to Automod for also building a lot of these infra early on. But apart from that, we also have a bunch of other things to help moderators grow their community. To begin with, it's the channel metrics that you can see how your channel is doing in terms of like costers, followers, members. But jumping on to like one of the most interesting bit of this is the leaderboard, in my opinion, where it's really important for you to, when you're growing a community, to see like who are the top contributors of your channel. And this is what we have with weekly and lifetime. So a bunch of channels have been encouraging their contributors by doing airdrops weekly, where you can just click the airdrop button, be like, hey, I want to give out USDC, $3 to lifetime participants, to the top 3 of them. And then you can see it's already pre-populated with all the top 3, and I can just click on airdrop. It's going to create a contract. It uses Warplet, so you can directly send the funds to them. And yeah, so Nicholas, Alex, Jack, all of you guys just received some funds for contributing to the AI channel.
Great.
Another cool way where it's also being used is for bribing. So, for example, if there's a Degen 2 channel and they want to get all the users from Degen channel, then they use this to airdrop funds to Degen channel top contributors to incentivize them to come to their channel too. And last is also the feeds. So it's very important for moderators to have full breadth about everything that's happening in the channel. And the feeds help them do that with hot, top weekly, month, daily, pretty much like Reddit to see any top content. And if you want, you can also tip based on content. So yeah, that's what Cura is. And it's also an iOS app. So for channel moderators who want to create channels, manage channels, do try out Cura. If there are any channel moderators here, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to help you grow your channel. Thank you.
Awesome. Great job.
Thanks so much.
All right, awesome. Has anyone here played Farguesser? Yeah? All right, well, next we have Vishal, who's going to be showing Farguesser in a proper demo. Vishal.
Hey. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Hope you all are enjoying your Farcon. All right. My name is Vishal, or VMothra on Farcaster. And today I'm here to show you what Farguessr is all about. Farguessr is a daily mini app game. It's kind of inspired by GeoGuessr, if anyone's played it. I played it a lot during COVID and thought it'd be really fun to bring to Farcaster. So we're going to play this together. In just a moment, we're going to have 30 seconds to figure out the location that is given to us. So let's give it a shot. All right. So let's figure out where this is. We can move a little bit down the street. Japan, okay, that's a good one. Any other ideas? Korea, okay, Seoul, okay. Wow, we got some really active players here. Characters, okay, let's see if there's any other writing. Korea, okay. All right, well, let's give it a shot.
Korea's a big place.
All right, we're in Korea.
Yeah.
All right. I am not familiar with my Korean geography, so I'm going to drop a pin somewhere in Seoul. Near the water? Or?
No, not near.
Not near the water. Okay, sorry. All right, let's go right there. And, all right, well, other side of the river. But that's Farguessr. I was 14 kilometers away. Now, what's really cool about building this in Farcaster is that you get access to the social graph. So you can actually see all the other people that have played and compete against them. And what makes this fun is that you can also mint this if you really enjoy it and you're pretty proud of your score. I think 14 kilometers is not that bad. So I'm going to go ahead and mint this real quick and share it on my feed so other people can play it. So that's Farguessr. I think games on Farcaster are pretty underrated. And if you have ideas for more games or improvements to make to this one, hit me up.
Awesome. Great job. Awesome. Next up, we have Limone with Farville. Oh. Yeah, people play Farville? We got some fans.
You play Farville? Raise hands. Well, we can do better. So I'm Limone from Builder's Garden, product studio building a bunch of mini apps, and Farville is definitely like the most successful one so far that we had. Following on the today's like babies meta, I think like Farville is baby between Farmville that you know from Facebook and Farcaster definitely. So it's a farming simulation game. There's a tutorial for onboarding that I'm going to skip. You need to plant your carrots. There's some fertilizers that you can use in the first step of the game to move ahead and learn how to play basically. So I fertilize all of them. They are ready to harvest, getting some experience. And once I have harvested my carrots, I can go on the market, sell them, and get some coins. With the coins, I can keep like buying some seeds. There's a bunch of seeds, carrots. We can buy wheat seeds. We can buy radish. But then there's also some perks like potassium that I can use to speed up the growth time of some of these crops. So getting back here, planting a wheat, planting radish, and then I'm applying some. Oh yeah, I picked the wrong one probably. Yeah, because they are based on there's different like perks and boosters based on the type of seeds. It's pretty much like embedded in the Farcaster social graph. So there's, for more competitive players, there's weekly leagues. Like the gold one has even a pool prize of like 63 USDC at the moment every week. And these are the players that are, you know, kind of always grinding top of the leaderboard. But there's also a global there's also a global leaderboard for both like experience points, most completed quests. So there's somebody that completed like 364 quests in, I don't know, like 2 months, 3 months. That's also a friend leaderboard. So I can see like what my friends are playing, how much they're playing. I can compete with them. There's daily quests. They ask you to plant, to harvest, but they also ask you to request some stuff. So let's try requesting potato seeds to some of my friends. I can click share, and this goes on the feed. On the feed, like there's like ton of people on the Farville channel like sharing these requests, and they usually get fulfilled in minutes, not hours. So let's see how long it takes. But basically, everybody playing Farville that has some carrots, they actually potato seeds can donate to me and help me finishing up the quest. There's also a profile here where you can achieve some, you know, badges and collectibles on chain. Wanted to show the streaks. So we have a daily active streaks. I think the longest one so far is around 70 days. Some real addicted people. You can claim your daily streaks with some rewards. And I think what worked very well for Farville has been creating a lot of like shareable moments or shareable things on the feed. So for example, Seed Club streak is one, unfortunately, but let's flex it on the leaderboard. So I can click share, and I can share like my position on the leaderboard. And going on the profile, there's a bunch of stuff that we are showing in this preview image. Let's hope it loads. So you can see here, it's showing Seed Club is looking for potato seeds. In this case, we are showcasing like the position on the daily streaks, but also how many players are active at the moment. And I think it's an act that kind of helped us bringing in more users. The same goes for the leaderboard. So I can share my position. It's very low position, I have to say. And it's bringing back like many users on a daily basis. I guess like the next steps for us after Farcon is definitely like trying to introduce some more, you know, microtransactions as traditional games that, you know, and start kind of like monetizing, because there's many people playing, infrastructure costs are rising. So we're so excited to have so many people on the game. And yeah,
have you announced how many people are playing?
We had a peak during Farcon Day, 4.5K daily active users. We are on an average of like 3K daily. Yeah.
Amazing. Great.
4 million opens
Wow.
in the last
Congratulations.
month. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Next up, we have Andrew with a brand new experience from Herd. You might know Andrew as Ilemi.
Hey everyone.
Dune Wizard.
Dune Wizard. Wow, there's like a weird echo in the back. Hey everyone, my name is Andrew Hong. I'm one of the co-founders at Herd. You probably know me as Ilemi on either Twitter or Warpcast. I used to be the head of DevRel over at Dune. Thankfully, well, my day-to-days aren't behind me, but started a new product. Let's see. Give me a second. I'm as lost as everyone else. How do you find mentions?
Oh yeah, it should be there.
Should be notifications, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Hold on. Oh, the cast didn't go out.
Oh.
Anyways, so yeah, I'm building Herd for anyone. Well, I guess we're for continuing the baby metaphor. We're kind of a combination of Etherscan, Perplexity, and Zapier. If Zapier is fun, I know that you don't use 3 people to make a baby, but we'll use that for the analogy. And so we think that it should be much easier to actually act upon contracts on chain, especially to do multiple steps. So for example, this is a very simple one, which we're calling it a trail because one person creates the trail and everyone else can follow it. So here's a very simple one of you or anyone can send 1 USDC to me just because I'm asking to. If I click advanced mode, you can see actually a summary of this function and also the inputs that I've kind of pre-filled for the user. So the idea here is like mini apps should be kind of more ephemeral apps that anyone can create, share with their friends, and like it's almost disposed as like a text. So if I want my friend to go and like create a split, deploy a Clanker token, and then add a boost to it so that people who buy that token get to claim a reward, and then I can split the revenue with a bunch of friends in a split. If I ask people to do that today in a room, I already see a bunch of lost places. If I ask anyone to do that in the room today, it'd probably be like a 30-minute experience, and most people would be like, no way. So we wanted to make that much easier. So I have this second example here where essentially we put the steps in steps. And all you have to do to create the split is write like the allocation percentages and recipients. And the creator actually took care of a lot of other stuff, such as the decimals, making sure that like you're set as the owner, figuring out the contract address, etc. And then once you have deployed that split, then you have this Clanker deployment, which Jack already showed earlier. We're able to reduce this giant function. Like these are all the inputs you would normally see on Etherscan. And we're able to reduce that to this, which is just the context, image, metadata, name, and symbol, because like some power user of Clanker can go and figure out, oh, I know what the creator reward should be. I know what the buy token should be. And we actually also, you see, oh, you can't see me pointing at the screen, but creator reward recipient there is actually the output of the split we just created, right? So we use the data and we chain it together so you can start doing all these actions in one interface simply, right? Because I think it's just very unrealistic to expect users to figure this out by navigating like 5 different sites on their own. I mentioned the perplexity in Etherscan guide before. If I, no, oops. I don't know if I'll have time to demo this. But we have basically an LLM-based explorer as well, where we have like LLM-based summaries of all contracts on Ethereum and Base. So it's much easier for anyone, even if you're non-technical, to figure out like what the heck is going on any given contract, which will make more sense after I log in here.
Very
so if I like
elegant 2FA in front of people.
yeah,
Well
right. Thank you, Privy, wherever Privy is. Like you see here, USDC, we have like a human readable summary of exactly what USDC does. So the idea is like as people are kind of interacting with the mini app, if they have questions, they can ask the chat bot, they can look around, better understand what the contracts are. Just overall make it like much more approachable to do things on chain and share things on chain. So we're not just only buying and selling tokens. So that's
Awesome.
Herd.
Andrew,
you.
thanks so much. All right, next up we have DB with Intori.
Hello. My name is DB on Farcaster, and my app is Intori. So the problem right now with social media that we see is most people are either lurking or chasing clout, and it's really hard to discover people. It's really hard to make real connections, and especially with Farcaster and others where we're getting a lot of new users, we want to have millions and millions of new users. Where do those people go? So what we've done is we've made it so that people can connect with each other based on common interests. So what happens is whenever you jump into the app, right away we ask you a couple questions. So I'll go through a couple here for the C Club account. Let's just answer some questions. They probably like their coffee black. Favorite movie genre, let's go with drama. Type of music, EDM. Favorite season, summer. And how do you prefer to relax after a long day? Let's go with yoga. So what have we done here? We've answered a couple questions about ourselves and the account, and we have shown you 5 people that you match with. So that's super easy. Anybody can go into the app, they can answer questions, and they can meet people. What happens next? So you have the option to click on an account. You can see, if you're not friends yet, a couple of their insights. So this person also likes EDM. I can engage with that by liking it. I can go back and check out another account, same EDM, but you can also see some other insights. And if you pay attention at the bottom, this person has answered over 766 questions. So there's a lot of information about them. So what next? What we have done is we've made it so that you send gifts to the people. What are gifts? So by answering a question, you get a gift to give to somebody. Why have we done this and why have we done it with 5 people? Is because typically on social, you follow someone, they may never see it. It's not really like a genuine connection. So I'm going to send out gifts to all of these people, and they're going to receive a gift. So this account has already received a gift. What does that look like? I'm going to open it, and look, that's me. I had sent a gift to this account. So now what can I do? I can engage by liking an insight about them. I can send a gift back. I can send a special gift, which is like a shout out, a thank you. Maybe it's a special occasion, happy birthday. I can also view their profile so I can learn a little bit more about them, jump back into the app. I can message, I can say hello. Not everybody wants to message and get that deep right away. That's kind of why the gifts are there, because you're sending like an act of kindness. Everybody likes to receive gifts. Everybody likes to send gifts. So it's just a way to kind of say hello. If you're active, if you're answering questions, you're seeing more and more people, you're getting more and more gifts, and then you can start to form deeper relationships with those people. So what are we going to do next? Right now, we just removed our wait list. Up until now, we've had 1,000 people that have answered over 80,000 questions, and we now open it up to everybody. So you can go in now, create an account, you can meet people, and what do we want to do next? We want to optimize the matching. Right now it's very basic. It's just what did you answer last and how do I match with that person? But we wanted to become an app that you go into, maybe you're on a wellness journey, maybe there's an athletic event like a Super Bowl or something that you're really into, and then match you with groups of people that have those same interests. So that's where we're at now, and I hope everybody will jump in and try it out.
Awesome. Great job. Thanks so much. All right, next up we have arguably the best dressed person at Farcon. Do you know who it is? It's Samuel Huber.
Well, thank you for that. Yeah, should I do it with the glasses? Okay. So basically what we've done is that we've made earning money really easy. So I got these sunglasses off of just earning USDC interest. So you all know that you guys have a Federal Reserve in the US, and that Federal Reserve is somehow just like giving you interest money. Anyhow, how that works, and you can leverage that on Farcaster, is there's this really cool mini app called Morpho. Morpho is like, just a quick summary, is a lending protocol. There's multiple kind of people and companies in the back who aggregate different kinds of just funds, assets, whatever, kind of like your traditional bank, and then you just put that in there, but all in a smart contract, and you can deposit money there. So if we go and just open up this little mini app that we built, yeah, that's basically what we do. We build mini apps for people and make them grow on Farcaster. Rather simple, at least for us. And you can just literally go and put 5 USDC in there, and this is, well, we don't seem to have ETH in this wallet. Don't we have ETH? Is that, well, we have ETH, so what's happening? We should have USDC, we should have USDC, we should be able to approve that. Why is that not working? Let's go back, we can also do ETH, that's fine. So we do ETH directly. The way ETH works is we have to wrap it to wrapped ETH. Oh, we don't have 5 ETH. So we can wrap this. How many zeros is this?
You got a bug?
Okay.
Oh,
so we don't seem to have enough ETH. That's probably an issue on the transaction side, meaning that the transaction simulation would fail. That's on me then.
oh no, no, it was working for you.
Yeah. Whatever. Basically, the whole goal is that you'll be able to just deposit into this in literally like 20 seconds, as long as the transaction works. I'll check that after.
It's worked for me. I have used it.
That's true.
Who here has used Morpho? Say something. Say something out loud. Say hello.
Basically half the room. The whole goal with this basically is to just literally go and say, hey, anyone internationally who just has $5 earned rewards or something can deposit them and get yield from mostly on-chain different kind of funds, but that could later extend into, say, the Federal Reserve, or Morpho also is backing Coinbase's institutional Bitcoin product. So you could literally go and from a mini app, from having earned like $3 in Webcast rewards because some of your friends liked your stuff, really go and get that institutional yield that, for example, people in Nigeria aren't really able to access at all. So that to me is really, really cool. We've made that able to work within a mini app. You can just try it out yourself. If it isn't working, yeah, I'll run to my laptop and fix it for you. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Great job. I have used Morpho and it does work, so maybe we've got a Wi-Fi problem or something. Next up, we have Brexton from Ohara.
Thank you. I hate public speaking, so I'm gonna sprint through this. Most of you probably know my fiance, who's Twitter famous. Her name's Allie, and so I happen to have another job. But anyways, so this is Ohara. We're like a code gen platform, and so like everybody and their mom. The whole point of Ohara is that anybody could actually vibe code entire apps. We are very opinionated about how code generation happens. So this is crypto specific, but if I say like create an app where users can deploy smart contracts. Whoops.
Wow. So you're going to demo making a mini app?
Yes, with Third Web.
Bold.
So, the whole point here is that actually we really want to target non-technical folks. And so building for non-technical folks, and especially consumer, is that number one, when you're on your phone, you're not gonna like go on Safari and open up another tab to retrieve an API key. Also, most non-technical folks don't know what APIs are. They don't know what auth is. They don't know what database is. And so we're very opinionated about managing those things for users. And so every app, if it needs one, has an automatic Postgres DB. You can see it's using the Third Web SDK using our, like we have a certain index of APIs that we pay for on behalf of users. There's some folks in this room that we're going to integrate with pretty soon. So shout out to Clanker and shout out to Nanar to make sure that users can generate apps on top. I'm not going to subject you to this process because it's actually fairly long, but you can see it's like it's playing product manager, it's writing out all of the code, and then if you are technical, hold on. All of the code's being written, but most people shouldn't have to care about this screen, right? Anyways, I'm gonna go back. I'm not gonna subject you to this whole process. I will say one really cool thing regarding, I think, Ohara is that we actually make it so that every app is automatically a Farcaster Mini App. And so you don't need to prompt it with like the Farcaster metadata. You can literally just go like share, and then if I share on Farcaster, great, it's automatically a Farcaster frame or mini app, and then it pulls up. And so you don't need to do any of that work for anybody who's non-technical who wants to start vibe coding Farcaster mini apps. Also, a really cool thing is that also every other Ohara app is also a world mini app. And so we really try to increase distribution for everybody. The last thing I'll say is anecdotally from our data, the types of apps that perform really well is that I would say 50% of our DAU comes from people building internal tools for companies. That drives the most retention and revenue. I would say the apps that have by far the most consumer DAU usage are like P2P skill-based betting games like Solitaire, Cash. So if you go through the iOS App Store, you can get a lot of those ideas. They perform really well. And then the apps that go viral from an engagement perspective are like visually stunning ones. So that's why you see a lot of 3JS games go viral with like the vibe coding on Twitter. That's about it. If you want to talk about LLMs or like MCP or like CodeGen, I'm here. Anyways, thank you.
Thanks, Brixton. Great. Very exciting. Good job.
Thank you.
Cool. So anybody can make a mini app today. Awesome. Next up, we've got Lucas from Pods.
What up, everyone? How are we doing? Am I allowed to swear on this? Because I might. Peace. Yeah. All right. Fantastic. So we are behind pods.media, which is a platform for on-chain podcasts. You can listen, support, and collect your favorite podcasts, similar to like Acid Test, what we saw earlier. But yesterday, we shipped a brand new app called Paperview, which is a platform for exclusive content. So the concept here is effectively paywall any content for as little as a penny, as high as $1 million, all simple USDC payments. And it is very easy to explain to normies here. This is maybe the easiest app to explain to normies. Yes, we want to close the Frogger, I'm sorry. Let's get it. Let's add this. It's a little slow. I'm looking at it on my screen.
It'll catch up in a second.
It'll catch up. But effectively, you can go ahead and upload any picture. We'll do a live one right now because there's not much in the photo library. Let's do a quick selfie. Work with me here. Boom.
Oh, there we go.
There we are. All right. And we're going to say, ignore that app. First ever live demo of Paperview. And effectively, you can set a price here. So we'll set this to, let's call it 10 cents. We can also set a referral rate. So if you share this, we'll give you 90% of the 10 cents. So you'll earn 9 cents by sharing this post. So we're going to go ahead and create it. Overall, this is a super simple way to have exclusive content on the platform. So effectively, first ever live demo of Paperview. We'll actually go ahead and we'll share it on Farcaster. And we're going to go hacked XD. There we go. Boom. And so now if you find this post, you can go ahead and view it for as little as 10 cents, all simple USDC payments. And what we have here now is effectively just a infinite scroll feed of all this content. So you can go ahead and scroll. Oh, what's that? Let's get some content ideas. So really the thinking here is that you can effectively do any sort of content. So you could start doing alpha, you could leak your portfolio, you could put a private key. That failed. We don't like that. We shipped this yesterday. Oh man. Let's try this one. Eric, we got issues.
It worked for me this morning.
I know.
I got a picture of a puppy.
Anyway,
I was tricked, like maybe many of you.
Anyways, just assume that works so you can view for 5 cents, and it effectively just allows you to see what those things are. We think that this is a really cool application to start leaking alpha, exclusive behind the scenes content. If we're going with the baby analogy, maybe this is like a OnlyFans had as a baby with Snapchat, and they had a wild night on chain. All right, so that's kind of what this is. And yeah, we shipped it yesterday. I think we have 2,000 users signed up. And I think about 30 to 40% of them have either created a post or paid for one so far. So check it out, post some exclusive content, some hot takes, share someone you don't like in the space, make the money off of it. I don't know.
Let's go. Awesome. Lucas, thank you so much. Good job. All right, next up we have Carlos with Tab. Has anyone used Tab yet? At least, oh, a bunch. I'm not sure why some of the transactions are failing, but I have used all these apps. It's Warplet? Ah, okay. We blame them.
Hello, everyone. I'm Carlos, at Carlos on Farcaster. Yeah, and I built Tab, which is a social payments on Farcaster. Going with the baby analogy, you can think of it as a Farcaster wallet and Venmo having a baby, a beautiful black baby. Yeah, so we'll quickly demo the app. Tab. Right. So yeah, when you open the app, you have a quick sort of like fancy animation what you can do. But like one of the most interesting features that we've built, we showed today is you can pay for friend-to-friend payments. You can settle bills between friends, and I would love to show for you guys. First, maybe like a really quick way to get paid on Farcaster. Today we're using Tab. It's very easy, so you can request a payment. You can set an amount or leave it empty. So if I want Sid wants to get paid 5 to make their next payroll, they can create the QR code. That will create a QR code that you can share on the feed, right? can cast that. That will create a page that will go directly to Seed Club where people can then scan that and get paid. You can create. You can also send to any Farcaster user. It's very easy. It's like stables. I'm playing with stable coins, so it supports like Euro, USDC, Canadian dollars. I don't know if anyone has any. Yeah, Mexican. So just playing with that. So you can send some to Dan USDC. I can send a little bit of message here. Much love. Yeah, that will send to Dan some ETH. And yeah, on group bill, you can actually create group bill and settle payments directly with your Warplet balance. So here you have USDC. I can say we went for dinner and then that was like $5. And you can select group of friends. So it was Jess. See if you can find Nicholas here. Add myself as well. So he searches through Farcaster usernames. So you can create as 3 people. Demo lunch. Yeah, that will create a group split. So what happens here is like those people that added to the group will receive a notification. They can go directly to this page. If you don't want to do that, you can scan this QR code and pay directly. If you don't want to add friends, you can just add the amount of people that are in the group that can pay. They can just scan this directly. So we've been using this to pay bills for Farcon, so which is really fun. Yeah, and what's interesting as well is when you add people, there was a pending acceptance, so it's not you don't get spammed. You need to accept to be in the group for you to sort of like, pay. And the latest features on tab today is Morpho. You can earn yield. The idea now is like Warplet is a wallet meant to be spent. So I'm playing with it sort of like a flywheel where the yield you earn on tab via Morpho you can use directly with the other mini apps. So you have here amps, huge fan, megapod. So if you're earning $1, tab will recommend you how you can use that $1 within Farcaster ecosystem, which is pretty cool, I think. So you can come here, you can do $1, you can approve a transaction. That's done, and then you can deposit. Well, yeah, like Sam, I'll check that out after this. But yeah, essentially you can deposit, and then once you earn the yield, you can sort of like, tab recommends you to deposit to do something with that yield, obviously. Yeah, there are other features like daily spin. I think like everybody has a spin thing on Farcaster, so it's fun. So you can do a daily spin, yeah, and you can earn some tab tokens every single day. There's a streak. There's a bunch of the cool things as well, right?
Maybe it should be like roulette. You know?
Yeah, like roulette.
Credit
right?
card roulette.
And one last feature, I'm probably on the time, is like pay roulette. This is a new concept. It's like in China, I live in China. In China, we use it a lot. So nobody knows who's gonna pay the bill. We always fight like me. So let tab do it for you, right? So you can create a demo dinner. What does this do? This create a pay roulette. So you can share this to your friends. They can join, and then you set the payment. The recipient, this is like encrypted as well, so we don't touch who's getting paid. And then you can spin the table, right? And the tab would randomly choose one person to pay, and then you can pay directly on tab, which is fun. But yeah, that's tab. I'm excited to continue to build this social payments layer for Farcaster. I think there's a huge potential here. But yeah, I'm at Carlos on Farcaster, so let me know if you have
Great stuff.
feedback.
Thanks so much, Carlos. Great job. All right, we're at our second to last demo. Comprani is going to show. Do you know what app it is? TIPN.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, great to be here. I'm Comprani. I guess my meat space name is Cameron. I'm here with my co-founder, Matthew, aka Nifty Time. And yeah, we are working on TIPN, which is a way to turn likes into money. So I'll pull up the app. Also, shout out Carlos. I saw TIPN in the UI. That was sweet. Let me go here.
How long did it take to build TIPN?
1 week
Wow.
of really aggressive coding. Yeah.
Angry coding.
Kind of, actually. Yeah, there was a lot of tension, but it was good. Cool. So the basic idea is that you authorize your USDC allowance to this TIPN bot, and we don't really want you to spend much time in the app. It's rather you authorize it once. So I'll go ahead and do that. And this is the message signature, and I'll just keep it conservative. Actually, yeah, I'll do a little less. So every time I, through this account, like a post on Farcaster, a 10-cent microtransaction will get sent. And that you can customize that. We have some people who set it to $1. We have some people who set it to a penny. But the really cool thing is it's actually possible now to move cents at scale. 5 years ago on Ethereum L1, this was not possible. It costs you like $10. Using Stripe is not possible. It'll cost you like 25 cents per transaction. So now with the layer 2 scaling stuff that we have going on, it's very easy to move money around. And in conjunction with that, being able to build on open social, obviously a huge unlock, right? Every Farcaster user has their data in this hub or now Snapchain, and every Farcaster user also now has a warplet, right? So all the pieces are there to make it so that, we have this tagline like 1 million likes is 1 million likes, but 1 million pennies is $10,000. We should be able to use the scale of the internet and social media to monetize through everyday interactions. So I can like any of the, I'll just like this. And what'll happen is, I'm not in the app. I just like the piece of content. 10 cents just got fired off to them, to their warplet. And if everything works, it should eventually show up in here in the activity tab. Oh, actually, it looks like Horsefax in the back liked something, and he has the app enabled for his account. So we received some money from him. You can see the approved transaction from me before then. And let me see if I can get the state to reload. Well, anyways, eventually it'll show up. Oh, there it is. Sent 10 cents to Miriato. And there's $7 more on this account that will be tipped out as people like, or you can disable it. But that's tipping. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for training. All right, we've reached the last demo of the day. It's Soren with titles. Soren.
I have the mic. Hey everyone, my name's Soren. I'm one of the co-founders of Titles. We help artists create, share, and monetize their own custom AI models. We particularly focus on visual media today. So the way that we do this is we help you log in with your wallet on our tools where you can, where we index every collection you've ever published on chain, and then we help you train models right off the top of that on-chain data set. And then you can share those inside of our creative tools. Want to follow us because that's awesome. And so we just recently built out our mini app, which helps people kind of get exposure and try out all the different models inside of the Titles ecosystem. And so if I tap create here, right now we're logged in with the C Club account, and we have right now the top featured model is Hyper Phantom by MDJ. So we work with a lot of different artists across different mediums, generative art, graphics, photography, you name it. And then you can come in here and select from any of the different models that we have sitting in here. I'm going to look for the Doge model because I know Smoke is here for Own the Doge. Let's see if we go down, see where it's at. We have a lot of models that our people are creating. So we tap here. You can see some of the preview images that was made with the model. So if I do a Doge, running through an archway, shout out Farcaster, in the jungle. And this will render out 2 different generations for you right in the feed here, and you can see the prompts you've used. We'll take 1 second with her fancy little AI wizard.
I like that wizard.
People love the wizard. We're going to animate him soon, so that should be pretty exciting. So this is the Doge V2 model. Super cute. A long time ago, we kind of broke the Farcaster feed with a shit ton of Doge images. Like we had like 30,000 of them made. over like a month period. It was a lot. And then you can hit publish. And so we make it super easy to put this on chain, turn it into 1155 collection. So we'd be like, cute boy. And then it should publish right away. And so what we're doing under the hood here as well is we provide artist attribution so they can understand who and when their models are used, and we store all of that on chain so people can feel comfortable with the idea that they get credit for the models that they're releasing into the world. And then when these collections are made, I can share it and cast it. Let's go to the profile. You can hit collect, and then we also have a frame here or a mini app here that you can collect everything right in feed. And then we show all the samples that were used to create this individual image. And so we have a whole kind of super powerful creative tool set coming out on our main application, our desktop application. But this is kind of like a light mode version of all the titles models that you can use. The other cool thing I'll show you as well that we invested into is the idea of giving every artist on our platform their own dedicated model, or sorry, mini app. So if I go to my profile, you can see here, this is like a body of work that I made because I was essentially pretty inspired by like Santa Cruz grunge meets Hakusai artwork. So I created a body of work and trained a model off of that, and every single model gets their own dedicated frame for that they can share and feed as well. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Great job. Thanks. All right, we've reached the end already. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I wanted to close this out by thanking all of you for coming and everyone for watching on the live stream. We've had over 1,000 people watching on Twitter, which is very cool for Farcaster Mini Apps. If you like this event, if you hate this event, if you have suggestions, you can DM me on Warpcast or Telegram. I'd love to hear your feedback. My thanks to Peace for running the boards. Everyone, a round of applause for Peace. Thanks to everyone at Seed Club and at Monad and Layer Zero for supporting this event. We really appreciate it, and thanks to everyone who works on Farcaster, both inside Merkle and outside. It's really an exciting protocol, and we're happy to be here. So thank you all for attending, and please enjoy the refreshments outside.